Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Detain in conversation by or as if by holding on to the outer garments of, as for political or economic favors. An interest group that tries to influence legislators or bureaucrats to act in their favor, typically through lobbying. A large entrance or reception room or area. The people who support some common cause or business or principle or sectional interest. Detain in conversation by or as if by holding on to the outer garments of, as for political or economic favors. A hole through which buttons are pushed. An interest group that tries to influence legislators or bureaucrats to act in their favor, typically through lobbying. An interest group that tries to influence legislators or bureaucrats to act in their favor, typically through lobbying. An interest group that tries to influence legislators or bureaucrats to act in their favor, typically through lobbying. An interest group that tries to influence legislators or bureaucrats to act in their favor, typically through lobbying. An interest group that tries to influence legislators or bureaucrats to act in their favor, typically through lobbying. An interest group that tries to influence legislators or bureaucrats to act in their favor, typically through lobbying. An interest group that tries to influence legislators or bureaucrats to act in their favor, typically through lobbying. A large entrance or reception room or area. 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 United States chemist who developed an economical method of producing aluminum from bauxite, 1863 to 1914. A large entrance or reception room or area. A college or university building containing living quarters for students. United States child psychologist whose theories of child psychology strongly influenced educational psychology, 1844 to 1924. A large and imposing house. An interior passage or corridor onto which rooms open. The elevators were at the end of the hall. English writer whose novel about a lesbian relationship was banned in Britain for many years, 1883 to 1943. The large room of a manor or castle. United States astronomer who discovered Phobos and Deimos, the two satellites of Mars, 1829 to 1907. United States explorer who led 3 expeditions to the Arctic, 1821 to 1871. A large building for meetings or entertainment. A large building used by a college or university for teaching or research. Halls of learning. A large room for gatherings or entertainment. Lecture hall. A large entrance or reception room or area. Any of various bodily cavities leading to another cavity, as of the ear or vagina. Draw from. Make good use of. Tap a telephone or telegraph wire to get information. The FBI was tapping the phone line of the suspected spy. Dance and make rhythmic clicking sounds by means of metal plates nailed to the sole of the dance shoes. Glover tap dances better than anybody. Make a solicitation or entreaty for something, request urgently or persistently. A gentle blow. The sound made by a gentle blow. Make light, repeated taps on a surface. He was tapping his fingers on the table impatiently. A plug for a bunghole in a cask. A faucet for drawing water from a pipe or cask. The act of tapping a telephone or telegraph line to get information. A light touch or stroke. Strike lightly. He tapped me on the shoulder. A small metal plate that attaches to the toe or heel of a shoe, as in tap dancing. A tool for cutting female, internal, screw threads. Cut a female screw thread with a tap. Draw from or dip into to get something. Tap one's memory. Draw, liquor, from a tap. Tap beer in a bar. Furnish with a tap or spout, so as to be able to draw liquid from it. Tap a cask of wine. Pierce in order to draw a liquid from. Tap a maple tree for its syrup. Walk with a tapping sound. Make a solicitation or entreaty for something, request urgently or persistently. Call upon in supplication, entreat. I beg you to stop. Ask to obtain free. Beg money and food. Dodge, avoid answering, or take for granted. Beg the question. Make a solicitation or entreaty for something, request urgently or persistently. Henry IV solicited the Pope for a divorce. Approach with an offer of sexual favors. He was solicited by a prostitute. Make amorous advances towards. Incite, move, or persuade to some act of lawlessness or insubordination. He was accused of soliciting his colleagues to destroy the documents. Make a solicitation or petition for something desired. She is too shy to solicit. A unit with political responsibilities. Be on the mind of. A reason for wanting something done. In the interest of safety. Be of importance or consequence. A diversion that occupies one's time and thoughts, usually pleasantly. He counts reading among his interests. The power of attracting or holding one's attention, because it is unusual or exciting, etc. They said nothing of great interest. A sense of concern with and curiosity about someone or something. An interest in music. Law. A right or legal share of something, a financial involvement with something. They have interests all over the world. Usually plural, a social group whose members control some field of activity and who have common aims. The iron interests stepped up production. A fixed charge for borrowing money, usually a percentage of the amount borrowed. How much interest do you pay on your mortgage? Excite the curiosity of, engage the interest of. Usually plural, a social group whose members control some field of activity and who have common aims. A unit with political responsibilities. Space for movement. Room to pass. Live and take one's meals at or in. She rooms in an old boarding house. An area within a building enclosed by walls and floor and ceiling. The rooms were very small, but they had a nice view. Opportunity for. Room for improvement. The people who were present in a room. The whole room was cheering. The common people generally. Power to the people. The body of citizens of a state or country. The Spanish people. Fill with people. Stalin wanted to people the empty steppes. Furnish with people. Members of a family line. His people have been farmers for generations. Plural. Any group of human beings, men or women or children, collectively. Old people. A powerful lobby that advocates the right to own and bear arms and rejects any gun regulation by the government. A powerful lobby that advocates the right to own and bear arms and rejects any gun regulation by the government. A vestibule leading to the nave of a church. Portico at the west end of an early Christian basilica or church. The commercial activity involved in repairing old structures or constructing new ones. Workers in the building trades. The act of constructing something. His hobby was the building of boats. A structure that has a roof and walls and stands more or less permanently in one place. There was a 3-story building on the corner. The occupants of a building. The entire building complained about the noise. A structure that has a roof and walls and stands more or less permanently in one place. It was an imposing edifice.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.